You're such an asshole.
Like Ermagerd, I have such depressions. Beauregard, fetch me my fainting couch. Sound more like Carmen. All right, this is the second Cappy original one I want to talk about. I had 2 missed super chats. I'm going to get to those later. And this came from the nice guy who said nice things and all that other stuff. Now, I get in my audience, every once in a while we do run into people who have genuine mental illness. Genuine mental illness. I'm not one of these people that claims mental illness is made up and all that. I think the psychology profession is bullshit. But then at some other times, like there is neurochemistry. That's real. I do believe you need someone to talk to. Independent therapist. So therapy in that regard, okay. But these frauds, and that's what I'm going to largely call you all, who have yet to improve mental health, whose academic study and discipline is suffering a validity crisis where only 1/3 of psychological studies can be repeated with the same results, and where you are an outright rank sexist against men, claiming that natural male stuff is toxic masculinity. You are all a bunch of lazy piece of shit motherfuckers who didn't want to work a job and have the arrogance and egotism to think that you could figure out the human brain. Now, if you're a psychiatrist and a medical doctor or a neurologist, neurochemist, fine. I'm on that. And if you are someone who wants to help people like Dr. David Maloney, histherapist.com, or Sean Smith, Dr. Helen Smith, people who want to actually help people, but if you fucking frauds with your bullshit witch doctorism that has, I got a better shot of flipping a coin and coming out better than you guys do. 1 in 3. Take your fraudulent fucking study. I dare don't call it a science. Take Freud, fuck him in the ass, and then bury him by a tree. But he's already dead, so exhume him, fuck him in the ass, and bury him by the tree. And then you can write a book about what that means. We call it cognitive behavioral theory. And until I see mental health improving in the United States, you guys are as good as social workers. You don't know what the fuck you're doing, and you're making it worse. So fuck right off. So there's that. But I know that there is a thing like schizophrenia. I know there actually are diseases in the DSM that are legit, not just made up or a slight variant of the previous thing. I know there is depression. I know maybe you do have, PTSD, certainly. No, not that you graduated with a 3.5 and not 3.6, Tina, from that is not PTSD. That's just you being a spoiled little brat and too much dad's money. But here's the problem. Many of you, including coming up into my little world, if you got a problem mentally, I can't handle it. So you got to go talk to a therapist. Not licensed, not equipped, can't do that. Not even legally. Certainly not legally. Same thing with like specific financial advice. I can tell you generally what's happened in the past. I can't say, oh yeah, go invest in that and go invest in this stock and short that one. So the second you say, oh, I suffer from the depressions and the anxieties, my initial reaction is to call bullshit. I'm going to get to that. But since you said the magic, ooh, I got a mental, I'm like, the doc is right over there. I can't help you. And the only advice that I can then give forth is like, okay, things that won't hurt you. Get your financial health, diet and exercise. Do you have a career? Because it has nothing to do with, well, I'm a therapist. I can't give you drugs. But here's the problem that I'm running into. Let's say I had someone come up to me and say, Aaron, I don't know. I make a course. I just got promoted. I cleared $200,000 this year. My wife is a retired lingerie model who is a stay-at-home wife and takes care of our kids, but still stays super hot. I have 2 loving kids. They do goofy kid-like things, and they're healthy. There's nothing wrong with them. And I work out, and I have my family, and I have good colleagues at work. I am depressed, and I don't know what to do with my life. Then I'd be like, yeah, that's something wrong. That's wrong. Something ain't right. You see, I get everyone coming up to me and they say, Cappy, my single mom whore of a mother is threatening to kick me out of the government housing if I dare join the military. True story. Or Cappy, my mom, surprise, surprise, isn't around. Oh, well, actually, my parents took out a line of credit I found in my name, my social security number when I was a kid, and now I have ruined credit. My dad wasn't around. I was beat up in school. It was a dangerous neighborhood I grew up in. I kind of got out of school. I went to the trades. I'm working. I'm barely getting by. I'm trying to get out of New York City or California, wherever it is where you work really hard, but you're still poor. You know, Democrat places. The girls in my community, social circles won't go on a date with me. I'm trying my hardest. I'm 5'11", and I work out. I'm in pretty good shape. Man, I'm depressed, and I got nothing. My friends are all druggies, because they're from Portland, and they like to shit on the streets. I'm kind of feeling depressed. What should I do? And the thing is, when you think, oh, I'm depressed, I'm suffering from depression. Yes, you are in both cases. But in the later case, that's perfectly normal. You should be depressed. You understand what I'm saying? I tell them, I'm like, well, yeah, if that was my life, I'd be depressed too. And I'm no therapist, but I can say, like, if you were happy about that, then you'd be fucked up. Again, no therapist, but I'm pretty sure I'll get to, any real doctor out there. Dr. Maloney will agree with me. Things are going spectacularly well. You got everything. Everything's going great, and you're still depressed? Something's wrong. Yeah, you should go talk to a therapist. Hope don't talk to Frizzy Magoo, who just got her master's in psychology and is 23 years old and doesn't know jack fuck all shit about it. You get the pissed off, grizzled Vietnam veteran psychology. You go talk to him. You'd be like, yeah, that don't make sense. Or, I am in this horrifically bad environment, but I'm happy. Oh, I'm just okay and swell with it. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Something wrong there. And here's the concept that I wanted to give to you guys and gals out there who are kind of in the latter. If your life sucks, yeah, you should be depressed. Should be depressed. That's normal. Now, maybe there still is something wrong with you. I don't know. Go talk to the therapist. But right on the face of it, when you come in, don't come in, read a litany of problems that you have in your life, and then say, I think I'm depressed. No shit, Sherlock. You should be. But you see, it is the exception, not the common, not the rule, where it's I'm working hard, I'm in shape, I'm getting my life together, but there's just these big monstrous hurdles that life has thrown at me. I live in a Democrat town. That's more crippling than whatever race or gender you were born as, I'll tell you that. My mom is a single mom. That's more crippling than any trait you were born with. My community is a bunch of self-loathing, self-pitying victim whiners who blame other people for the problems, never take into it. That's a horrible environment to be in. The women in my generation, my community, give me no reason to want to get married. That's a huge depressing reason to be depressed and sad. It's the only reason to kind of really to live, really. Right? That's not it. Every time, there's at least 75% of the variables that are under your control as to why you're depressed. I live at home. That's probably number one. So fuck you and fuck right off. I understand if you're living at home to pay for college. I tried going to college, but I didn't make it. How the fuck can you go to college and not make it when you're living at home and not working? Oh, the number two reason you're a miserable, depressed fuck, you're lazy. And laziness doesn't result in an improved life. So you live at home. You're fat is another one. I'm overweight. I have no friends. I'm a little bit sympathetic there, given the disease. I can't find girls. Oh, fuck you. You're fat. You're a loser. You damn well know why you're not going to. Girls just don't fall out of the sky. And I don't try at anything in life because I'm a lazy little pussy who's afraid of a little hard work. To quote Terrence Popp, wait. And then, okay, maybe you're living in the trailer park. Maybe you, I don't know, your mom is a single mom drug addict whore. Your dad is a fucking criminal deadbeat in and out of jail. Okay, sadness. But then you come in, and I think I suffer from depression. No, you're a fucking loser. You're a lazy piece of shit. That's why you're depressed. You don't do anything to improve your life, change your situation, or improve yourself, and that's why you're depressed. It's not a mental illness. It's not a medical condition or mental condition. Now, you may actually be depressed as well. But when you suck, when you're a piece of shit loser and you don't do anything with your life, the result, the healthy result anyway, I'm thinking, is that you should be depressed. And that's your brain telling you, hey, you fat piece of lazy shit, how about we get off our fucking pussy and we go do something with our lives to stimulate this brain of yours so we don't do this for the rest of our days and we die a virgin. Ha! And then there's the other part of the brain, but I don't want to get up. I don't care. Not my problem. Here's a solution. Go do that. Work. Don't mail it in. How about this? Show up for your class. How about you go to the gym? How about you go for a run? See what happens, huh? And here's where I'm calling out bullshit on like 95% of first world depression. If you have a bad, not a bad life, but if you're a lazy fuck and you're not doing anything to improve your life, no. I mean, yes, you do suffer from depression, but it's not clinical. It's not. Call them bullshit on it. Because the reason is very obvious. No, not antidepressants, no. No, before, maybe you still need it, maybe. But how about before you start treating your brain with drugs, you get off your fucking ass and lose some weight. Go to school and get a job. Move out. See what happens, huh? And of course, thankfully, because of my demeanor, I don't get a lot of these, what should I do about the depression? But I'm getting sick and tired of hearing about depression where I see absolute zero fucking effort put into your life by yourself. And yeah, if I was a lazy piece of shit loser like you, I'd be depressed too because my life would suck. And that's a logical consequence. Like, I'm a lazy piece of shit fuck and I'm a virgin and I keep failing out of college. I don't know where I'm going to live, and things are great. I just wanted to let you know, Aaron. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I said, well, you might want to go talk to Dr. David Maloney at histherapist.com. But the prices are going up. Prices are going up when I get you. I'm a loser. I do nothing. I'm lazy. I guess I'm lazy. I love it when lazy people talk, I'm calling lazy. And it's like, oh, you're coming up to me to you're the expert on laziness, dude. And you're coming up to me. What they're really asking is like, is there a lazy way to stop being lazy? Is there a lazy way to improve my life that I haven't thought of yet? Because I'm too lazy to come up with any more ideas. I'm lazy. I think I'm lazy. I don't know. Sucks to be you. No, I do not have a solution to laziness that is lazy. The solution to laziness is to stop being lazy. Let's get off your ass. But can we stop insulting people who suffer from genuine clinical depression? People who actually suffer from social anxiety, if that's a thing. People who have legitimate mental illness. Can you lazy motherfuckers just knock it the fuck off by excusing your laziness and sloth with a mental disorder? You might actually have a mental disorder underneath it, but can you do yourself a favor and at least not piss me off and put the effort into walking 3 miles? Can we do that? Walk 3 miles, see if you feel better. I can't walk 3 miles. Is there a lazy way I can walk 3 miles without walking the 3 miles? No. Walk the 3 miles. Work up to the 3 miles. See how you feel. Hey, I don't feel so depressed anymore. Oh, you think? Go to school. Show up on time. Take a shower. Hey, kind of suck having to get out of bed at 10 a.m. in the morning, but I got a shower. I got to class by noon, and I took my bed. I feel all right now. No shit. And here's something. How about you do the homework and see if you get an A and see how you feel about that? And slowly what you'll realize is like, oh, I see what life is about. It's making it count. And the reason I felt bad is because I was wasting my life. And somewhere in the deep recesses of my brain knew that. It was making me depressed. And if you just go out, work out, go to the gym, do something, get a life, do you have a plan? Do you have a plan? And then I can't guarantee you won't have down days. There's a lot of reasons to be depressed in this world. Yes, you came from a broken home. Yes, your mom was a cheating whore. Yes, that's a reason to be depressed. Okay. Yes, your entire generation believes that socialism is great and women are fat and they think they don't need you. Yes, that's reason to be depressed. Or ladies, yes, all the men you raised are now soy boy leftists who did exactly as you wanted them to, and none of them can throw a punch, and you're not physically attracted to them, and they all live at home with their mom and live on government doles, which you voted for, but now you're sad because you can't find a guy who earns enough money, even though you voted for them to have free government money, which I'm completely confused by, but never mind. I'd be depressed too if I had modern day men to date. Yes, that's healthy. That's normal. But so you have the right to be sad there. But guys, don't ever fucking come to me again and say, I'm not doing anything with my life. I'm a loser. And you admit to laziness and I'm kind of depressed. Fuck you. Yes, you are. You're lazy. Get off your ass and do something. You're not depressed. I mean, you are, but you're not depressed in a clinical sense. There are people who generally suffer from depression. They need the professional resources. Okay. You do those people a legitimate favor and do the minimum amount, and that is get off your ass and go do something and see if that doesn't solve it. See if that doesn't bring not happiness, but eliminates the depression and the sadness a little bit. Because from here on out, I get anybody who gives me like the loser resume of a lazy, no good fuck. Oh, by the way, I think I'm suffering from something. No. Oh. Lots of money. Playa. We're talking $500 for me just to yell at you and tell you to stop being a fat, lazy fuck. That's it. That's it. And what's great is you'll continue being a fat, lazy fuck because you are such a coward and a weakling. You will never take on the work or do the work or take on the job to get you out of your depression. You are more of a coward. You are more afraid of real work than you are afraid of the pain it's going to be having a life of misery and depression effectively. Not my problem. Don't give a flying shit. But I did get my money to tell you the solution for you to ignore it. And that's good. That's good. All right. Oh, and by the way, all you despicable younger people, maybe not so young people who use mental illness as an identity. Like, oh, I suffer from this and I suffer from that. The people who actually do suffer from legitimate mental illnesses hate you. They wish they could be in your situation. To have that lofty luxury of having everything handed to you, that you get to choose a mental illness you claim to have because it gets you attention. You're despicable. You're mentally on a whole new level. Brian Moreno, $5. This is $5. Thanks, Brian. Andrew S, $2. Who hurt you? A lot of people. A lot of people hurt me. Good news is they're all miserable, though. And I didn't have to lift a finger. I looked it up like, wow, that must suck. Yeah, those guys are depressed. They should have reason to be depressed. Alex Ivanov, $5. What happens when you got above the first two levels of Maslow and don't care for more money and are a bit disaffected? That happened when I was about 30. What you do is you go out and adventure, you explore the world. Like you can finally go do what you want to do. And that takes at least a decade to do. And then as you do more traveling and get more experiences and do all the things and hobbies or jujitsu, whatever it is, kayaking, motorcycle riding, obviously in my case, then the novelty wears off, and kind of like how a sun collapses on itself. It goes away, and then you got to find something else to do. And then it becomes then you got to find then you have the existential crisis, not a midlife crisis, existential, like, Okay, I've kind of done everything. And then you're like, oh, everything will run out of value and novelty. And by that time, you should have, in the before time, you would have fallen in love and had children, and you would have had a family and purpose and agency, and it would have thrown you right back down into the lower levels of Maslow's hierarchy. You're like, where's the food? But women don't need you anymore. They don't want you anymore. Okay, mark my words. And if they do get married, there's a half chance you're going to end up divorced. I love it. You're so dark. You're so black-pilled. Is the divorce rate half? It is? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, and then it's a job. Then you got to find something. And you could try and find religion. That's good. Pigot's done that. A lot of people give these guys who found the God pill a little bit of guff. I understand the criticism, but I don't really want to give them that much guff because I'm like, yeah, if you can find God, that's great. You'd be one of the richest people ever. But family would be another one. Me, I'm trying to find new hobbies, but obviously I'm focused on my career and building a life raft to get out of the U.S. or at least have an ability to get out of the U.S. Dealing with this, I got work, lots of work. And then I don't know. Then after that, it's finding peace and contentment. Philosophy. I enjoy reading Schopenhauer. I enjoy listening to podcasts, and I try and spend as much time with good people as I want. But as you get older, you'll start cutting more and more people out because you'll realize they're just a pain in the ass. There's very few people that are intellectually stimulating. And that's it. And then you go have fun, and then you wait to die. Anyone else got a better idea? Anyone else got a better description? I would like it. Here's what I'd like, Alex. I would like men to hit the gym, become masculine, become interesting, and become the best version of themselves. I'd like women to become beautiful and pretty, grow out long hair, and we all fall in love, and there's sex, so there's just a good time, and we help. That's what generally you would like, but that's not going to happen. So, there's the menu of the world. Go do it. Florida Henry, I walk about 5 miles a day in Miami Beach and agree it makes me feel better. Yeah. Like cardio is probably the single best thing because I know when I was down and out, the worst I ever was in, I was running 11 miles a day. I was down to 125 pounds. And that gave me the endorphins to get up. And when I go to the gym today, I won't feel, look, I don't wake up every day like, hey, it's the Aaron Cleary life. Let's go. Kids like, oh, fuck, it's me again. Same guy I was for 46 years running. Here's my coffee. Yay. All right. What do we got to do? We got to work. But then I go to the gym. Oh, you don't want to go to the gym. But then I'm like, no, you just force yourself to go to the gym and then you feel better. Billy Bob. 7 Canadian bucks. Divorce rates are only 50% because you Gen Xers who get remarried tend to stay together. If it weren't for you guys, rates would be 90%. I don't know what Gen Xers you are talking about. I pretty much, it's the same. That's my main criticism about my generation. I'm like, did you guys not fucking learn from our parents? Did you not apparently you didn't. Everyone's getting married and divorced. So I know what you're talking about. I know millennials are cohabitating. They're smart about that. But, I don't see guys exactly running out to propose either for that. Like, no. Alex Ivanov, $2 peachy. Yeah, you want to know. Then we had 2 I missed. This one's from Brent Fillmore. Buy yourself something. Love the content. That was for $10. Yeah, I'm going to buy myself taxes. Got to pay estimated taxes. That's where it's going to go. And Theosis Christian said, I forgot for how much. How well does IQ correlate with NPC-ness? I don't know for a fact because there wasn't any study that I could find out. I did look up something akin to that, but it was brainwashing. And they found out that intelligence does not necessarily inoculate you against brainwashing. There's a separate, independent mindedness is separate from intelligence. You can have a dumb person who just doesn't believe, like trust. Trust is different from intelligence. And so if you have independent mindedness and critical thinking, that does not mean you're smart. If you're smart, that does not mean you're a critical thinker. I mean, my God, look at all the very intelligent people in academia who are so dumb they need a class on critical thinking. They major in it. I mean, look at Noam Chomsky. There's a perfect example of a genius who is lacking in critical thinking skills. Maybe he's too emotional. Maybe his vagina juice needs a little bit. I want socialism to be true. I'll force the real world into it. I don't care how many millions of people died. My vagina juice, my Noam Chomsky vagina juice wants me to believe. Yeah, so that I saw that people are pretty much everyone is brainwashable. That has nothing to independent thought has nothing to do with intelligence. Maybe at some level it was a study, and these studies show research suggests a social science major probably did it. So of course I don't really believe it all that much. That's it. All right, there you go. Questions, answers. AssholeConsulting.com. See you guys later. Toodles.